Hyperinflation in the U.S. War is a racket. It always has been. It is possibly the oldest, easily the most profitable, surely the most vicious. It is the only one international in scope. It is the only one in which the profits are reckoned in dollars and the losses in lives. General Smedley Butler, USMC. Let me issue and control a nation's money, and I care not who writes the laws. Mayer Amschel Rothschild, 1744–1812, founder of the House of Rothschild. A good friend and fellow reader sent me the following note. Hello Jeff. Recently I have been discussing with my cousin, who collects paper currency, which holds better value, gold/silver coin, or paper currency. I must admit he does have an admirable collection of German marks from the start to finish of their hyperinflation. He has notes arranged by year in pages of a photo album. As I flipped through the album pages, one can almost feel the pressures of the ensuing inflation. The album starts with 1,000 mark denomination that starts to escalate in value to 10,000 marks, then 100,000 marks in the following pages. As inflation started to ramp up, the denominations got larger, into billions of marks. Eventually, the government couldn't print currency fast enough. The next album pages showed notes printed only on one side. As hyperinflation set in, printing currency on one side was not enough to meet demand, so they took old issues and stamped the face of the bill in red ink with more ridiculous amounts. Just before the collapse, the last issues had incredible numbers. To be fair, my cousin trades paper currency and does not hold it for investment purposes. He does have a high turnover, so I guess small gains over many trades probably make it a profitable venture for him. However, for long-term value, I disagreed with him that paper currency at the turn of the 18th–19th century, for collection purposes, was just as valuable as coinage with precious metals. I disagreed on that point, so decided to make my case on this point. I went on the internet and picked 1928 as a reference year, when the U.S. had a $20 gold coin in circulation, as well as a $20 gold certificate. I found the current price for both and results obtained in an attached file and sent them to my cousin. The gold coin was worth $1,200. The $20 gold note was listed at $215. I will have to see what he says. Hormuz Urich, author of The Shape of Things to Come, an economic forecast to 2065. We may not see the paper version of what most buried in their visceral memories, but it will be no less dramatic, no less disintegrative. An electronic affair, to be sure. Better controlled, easier to enforce. Yet, arising from the same ancient cause. And we measure nearly 50 million Americans on food stamps as we approach the peak years of baby boom retirement, a generation in which Social Security and retirement savings are synonymous. Healthcare costs continue to surge in nominal terms as well as cultural, as the falsely funded power of the food and drug industry begins to be felt by our federally funded sick care programs as we go from one boom and bust cycle, each more violent than its predecessor, while the interval shortens. And there is only one solution to something. The most powerful own the printing presses, or call it whichever euphemism you want. But by any name, it is owned by the most powerful. It is a printing press capable of creating an unlimited amount debt-based currency or credit to fulfill promises, the false promise of social security benefits and the false sense of security, in the midst of perpetual war. The great implementation will come via the alphabet soup of revolving door agencies created to inflict regulations, written and researched by the wolves themselves. These are the foundations for government transfer payments and the conflagration ignited by declining domestic economic production, debt to GNP beyond 100%, near total monetization of budget deficits, rising money supply, increasing monetary velocity. Yes, it's true what the deflationists say. Money is not exchanging places in a more notable sense. Banks are not lending. Yet, the average person sees inflation all around them. Digital money is churning. It goes unnoticed as mainly a harmless insignificant side effect. The true turnover is not unmeasured. Officially there is none. It is the real movement of money. The transactions of everyman are like the wake of a mosquito floating atop an ocean of currencies and derivatives. But, above all, like the government banking-centric, as the massive amounts of liquidity are called in to save it from itself. The foundation for collapse is already well established. Hyperinflation is a fluid process. It is a becoming. A great tsunami dislocating, destroying. In that sense it is already here. Now is the time to act. Don't wait for velocity. Don't wait for the surface tension to break. Don't wait for the tsunami. For more articles like this, including thoughtful precious metals analysis beyond the mainstream propaganda and basically everything you need to know about silver, short of outlandish fiat price predictions, check out http://www.silver-coin-investor.com.